Assalamualaikum, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Dr. Bassam Al-Hamad, College of Engineering, Chemical Engineering Department. So this video is going to be about explaining how to prepare the course portfolio, as we are going to be having a visit by ABET, and it's going to be a virtual visit. That means that they are not going to be coming to us in Bahrain. They are going to see all our evidence and to visit all the kind of evidence that you would expect. Even the lab tours is all going to be virtual through a video. So talking about that, one of the things that should be prepared for them is the course file. And how to prepare the course file. The first thing I want to mention is that you can see the course file here. The Cheng 324 is the name of the course, semester 1, or in this case, and for this semester to be S2, semester 2, 1920 is the year, course file. Or if you want to go to course portfolio is also okay. So you're going to have some kind of a standard name, and then you're going to have the information that you need here. So what are the elements? What are the contents of this course file? First, you need to have the course syllabus ready. Number 2, you need to have the course material, which means the PowerPoint presentations, the videos. Maybe the videos is too heavy, so you can have links to the videos. But usually PowerPoint presentations in the course material is sufficient. It is sufficient. Maybe the presentations by the students are considered as students' work, so it will go down there. But the effort that is done by the instructor, which are, for example, PowerPoint presentations, paper that they're going to read, whatever is going to be in that course material, it should be available under that folder. Okay, we are going to go into each folder, but I just want to mention the generic view of how it looks like from outside. So you're going to have the course syllabus, the course material, including the PowerPoint materials. You're going to have the Excel sheet that shows the assessment of the course outcomes and the program outcomes, the CILO's assessment and the BILO's assessment. So it's just one Excel sheet here. And then you're going to have the learning activities, which includes the test, quizzes, assignments. So all the tests, learning, quizzes, assignments, not the students' work, the actual test question papers are going to be here. And then you're going to have the samples of the students' work, which looks exactly like the learning activities, except for you're going to include 3 samples for each type, the highest, something in the middle, and the lowest. And usually it just gives us a range. It doesn't mean that it should be the lowest, rather than it should give us that whole range of the students. So 3 is good enough, but it doesn't mean that lowest should be the lowest or highest should be the highest. Okay, so now just to go into the depth. So course syllabus is usually one file only, which is the one sitting up there. I usually add something, which is the mapping scorecard. I keep it for my record here, and also keep it for the record for the students to have a look at it and understand what are the levels that are expected from them. But this is the mapping scorecard is not a must. It is the course syllabus which is to be considered. So now when I click this here, so this is the course syllabus that we have, and this is the standard form that is provided by us, by the Quality Assurance and Accreditation Center in the University of Bahrain, which satisfies all the requirements by ABET and satisfies the requirements by Bahrain Quality Assurance Authority. So you have your name, the details, that you have the level credit, and so on. So the contents are the most important things that you need to have available. I mean the contents, the items, the items here. Okay, course description should be exactly from the catalog, and mapping with the new 7 outcomes, the assessment type, and then the description. Or if you have something additional, you can add after the weekly breakdown. So that is what we have for the course syllabus. So what is next? What is next? So that's the course information, the course materials. The course materials, usually the instructor, they have the name, maybe the book, But the book, if it is available online, it's good. But if the book it has copyright, so you cannot really put the book as a link, except if you have the permission to provide that book as a soft copy to the students. Or you can put the link to something that is available online. So here we have part of the course materials. What else do I have? I have my PowerPoints. Okay, I have my PowerPoints. Chapter 1, it's a PowerPoint. I have chapter 2, it's a PowerPoint. Chapter 3, and so on. So these are my PowerPoint materials. What else do I have as a course material? These are things that you may have or may not have. It depends on your course. I have my whiteboard material, for example. So I explain to the students on the whiteboard. So what I have for them here is my explanation. So I already have a video which explains all that, but I also have a lecture. So that was my lecture, and I was explaining to them modeling and an overview over the modeling equations, mass balance, energy balance equations, and so on. Okay, so this is what I have. I have my lecture materials all covered in this part, which I have written there as whiteboard teaching lectures. Well, the names here are not standard. What is standard is only the first part, okay, which message here, the course material here, the course material is the standard term that you need to use. What goes under that, you can put anything that satisfies under that course material. And then I added here also something called links to online videos. And by the way, you can keep all those links within the course syllabus itself. So, but it depends on you if you want to put the links of the materials to or your online videos on a separate. You can do that, but it is preferable. It's preferable to put it into that course syllabus. Okay, so what else do we have? So I have shown you here. I have shown you the course material, and in this course material, what do we have? In this course material, we have our course syllabus. In this course, under the course material, I have the PowerPoints, presentations that I teach the students with. I may have something about the books, or I have some papers that they need to read. So it is my course material. I added something which are links to the videos, but I'm saying it and I will say it again, you don't need to include the videos here in the course material, as it is not a requirement by ABET. However, BQA, Bahrain Quality Assurance Authority, they may want to know how do you teach in class when they do their visit virtually. However, hopefully when they come after 2 years, they're going to come in person, because you're going to be already got rid inshallah, by Allah's wills inshallah, we get rid of coronavirus. Okay, so that is the course material, not the corona material, it's the course material. So going to the next one, the evaluation and assessment for course and program. So what do we have here? It's usually only one file, but I have two sections, and this is why I had included two files here. So section 1 and section 2. You can put them in one file, like both the students in the same place, but I want to see the assessment of course outcomes and program outcomes for the students separately, because those who I teach at 8 o'clock are different, always different from the ones I teach at 9:30. So just to have a look at it, I double click it. So that is the course assessment file, the standard form that we have, all of us, which includes those 4 blue sheets, the CILOs, the marks, and the course mapping and the program mapping. And then you get the 60% of the students, and you have the CILOs report, which shows the achievements, and the PI. And of course, if you don't achieve, you need to write something here. PILO's assessment, if you met or you didn't meet, and this is for the PIs, the performance indicators, which are written for you here. Okay, great. So that was a quick one. So what else do we have in your course portfolio? you have your course syllabus, you have your material PowerPoints and lectures, maybe videos as well. You have your Excel sheet here, and then you have your learning activities. So what do I have in my learning activities? I have assignments, I have test 1, test 2, and a final. This is what I have, okay? So these will be different. So the standard, you will have learning activities. However, what's in there will be different. So I had, for example, 7 assignments in this case. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had 7 assignments. I can see here this is not in line, so that it just goes up there. So assignments, yeah, that's much better. And I had just more assignments and some practice questions, which I use as formative assessment, but these are the ones I use as summative, which have a score. These are the ones which has a score. Okay, so these are my assignments, and I have also my final and the model answer. So just remember that you need the final and the model answer. So for tests and the final, usually you need the model answer to attach with it. It is the good practice. ABET people, they do not request that you should have a model answer for the students. However, Bahrain Quality Assurance Authority, they push towards, even they don't mention that it is a requirement, because it is not written that it is a requirement, but they do request for the model answers. So here is for test 1 and test 2. So these are what you have as your test. I will not open the test and final, but these are the questions, okay? So these are the questions here, test 1, test 2, and the final. Great. So here you'll put your test 1, test 2, final, and assignments. Then you have a sample. Sample of assignment 1, sample of assignment 2, sample of assignment 3, sample of assignment 4, and so on. And you already have seen that I had included more samples, and what you need is for ABET and for Bahrain Quality Assurance Authority or any visit, it's enough to show only 3 samples. Enough. Sample 1, 2, and 3, that's enough. And this is final sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3. So you have 3 samples here. Okay, for the final. For test 2, I have sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3. Okay, so these are the samples that we have for test 1, test 2, and the final. Sometimes it happens that you forget to take copy. This is life. It may happen, but ABET could excuse us that one of the course files misses something, but they will not excuse us that we don't have it for all the courses, but because by that they cannot decide if we are doing good work. They cannot look at the samples of the students. They may miss one course of a final, for example, but not for all of them. So be sure that as a requirement to have everything ready for your course file. Finally, what do we have? Again, the course file, you put the standard code here. These are standard, so you need the names to be here. And those standard folders here, to be honest with you, these are standardized. When I was the Director of Quality Assurance Center, and we made sure that all of these are standardized at College of Engineering. But it depends on every department. If they feel they want to tweak this a little bit, especially for the courses that has projects and they have a different way of showing things. For example, sample of student work, it will have like videos. It will also show the students' work, which could be PowerPoint materials different from the assignments. In the evaluation and assessment for projects, it will not only be the Excel sheet, it will show the rubrics that are used by the jury or by the internal and external examiners. So you'll have something different under evaluation and assessment for the course and program. So you will have things that could be different in the way how you evaluate. when you go to a course of a different nature. But generally you will have all those kind of contents. So you have course information, course syllabus, the course material of PowerPoints, and you have the Excel sheet for the CLs and PLs assessment. You will have the assignments, question papers of test 1, test 2, and question paper of final. And then you have the sample of students of the assignments, of the tests, of the final. So this is the generic form of the course file. I hope that I have explained good enough for you for the information that you need. Hope for the best. Thank you very much, and see you soon.